Good afternoon, everyone. God bless you. Um, I'm hoping that everyone has had a wonderful Sunday liturgy this morning and also a wonderful participation in the fall retreat. This is the third annual fall retreat that we started on Friday, and this is the last session of that fall retreat. In addition, for it to be the weekly live streaming. I just got some requests to tell a story about an icon, which is this one. This is the icon of the um, Paramithia on Mount Athos. This icon was a gift from the Abbot Ephraim, on Mount Athos at that monastery. I noticed yesterday we had Paula Marchman in the mentoring session for the Antiochian women. I noticed in the background of her picture or her Zoom that she had exactly this icon. So we told the story of this icon yesterday at that session, and I just got a request to tell the same story today, which I will gladly. Last time I was on Mount Athos and visited the monastery of Vatopedi. Um, uh, we had a tour. I've had that tour many times, but every time we go there, we have this tour for all the seminarians that go with me, and basically right outside of the main Catholicon is the main church in a monastery on Mount Athos. Right outside of that Catholicon, there was an icon, which is this. And the custom was that the abbot and the monks do a morning prayer in front of that icon, and then the abbot would give the key to one of the monks who would go down to the gate and open the gate. So one morning they did the prayer. The abbot was about to give the key to one of the monks, and this icon became animated. So basically there was a miracle. The hand of Jesus moved, and Jesus put his hand on the Theotokos' mouth. As you can see his hand over here. He put it on the mouth of the Virgin Mary, and then the Virgin Mary moved her hand to move his hand off her mouth. Jesus said to her, "No, mother." Everybody heard that voice. "No, mother, don't warn them. Let the pirates come in and plunder the monastery and teach those sinful monks a lesson." But the Theotokos removed his hand and warned the abbot, "Don't open the gates today because there are pirates outside who are gonna plunder the monastery and probably kill the monks." So in her compassion, in her mercy on the monks, she warned them. And immediately when they told us the story, the first thing I thought about is my sinfulness compared to the monks. As if they are monks, they are trying to live the best life they can, Christian life, and they are sinful. How are we living as regular people in the world and as clergy in the world? So out of compassion, the Theotokos had for the monks, she warned them about the pirates. And after that happened, his hand, Jesus' hand, froze in the icon like this, and her hand froze holding his hand like this. So this is her hand, and this is his hand over here, and his arm. Since then, they removed that icon from the wall of the Catholicon and put it in a room by itself. It is one of the many miraculous icons that are at that monastery on Vatopedi, on Mount Athos at Vatopedi Monastery. It is a wonderful story, and I mentioned that I liked the story, I liked the icon, so the abbot gave me this replica to keep. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope it moves you in your life and moves you closer to God. Well, speaking about the compassion of the Theotokos, speaking about compassion in general, our gospel reading at the end of it today talks about being merciful, about compassion. Okay, but in order to put that in the right frame, we need to read the epistle as well, not just the gospel reading. The epistle today is from 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 16 through chapter 7 verse 1. It's very short. It says, "Brethren," as you know already, St. Paul wrote that epistle. He says, "Brethren, we are the temple of the living God. As God said, I will live in them and move among them." When does he live in us? Through the baptism, through our baptism and chrismation. "I will live in them and move among them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Therefore come out from them and be separate from them, says the Lord, and touch nothing unclean. Then I will welcome you, and I will be a father to you, and you shall be my sons and my daughters, says the Lord Almighty." Since we have these promises, beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from every defilement of body and spirit, and make holiness perfect in the fear of God. It's an amazing epistle that shows us God's promise that He will live in us, and He will live among us, and He will move among us. It is an incredible epistle reading for today. It complements what comes in the gospel reading, and the gospel reading comes from St. Luke chapter 6 verses 31 to 36. The Lord said, "As you wish that men would do to you, do so to them. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. And if you lend to those from whom you hope to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, to receive as much again. But love your enemies, and do good and lend, expecting nothing in return, and your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High, for He is kind to the ungrateful and the selfish. Be merciful, even as your Father is merciful." So basically, he is talking about how to love people. And as I've mentioned so many times, this type of love is not a feeling. It is action. If it is a feeling, then we're in trouble, because we would love the people who are like us more. If I am clean and somebody is clean, then I will love that person. If somebody smells or somebody is not in the same class as me and I will love him only because I have a feeling, then I'm in trouble. We need to love everybody, whether they are like us or unlike us, whether they have issues or they don't have issues. No matter what issues they are, mental issues, hygiene issues, any issues, if we love them because we accept love as the best action for that person, then that's the right way to do it. But if it is because it's a feeling, then we're not going to help most people. We're not going to treat them well, as the gospel reading says. If we do that, then what good is that? Jesus says. For sinners, do the same. If we lend to people and we expect something back, then that's no good, as Jesus said over here. But he says more than that. He says, love your enemies and do good and lend, expecting nothing in return. And your reward will be great, and you will be the sons of the Most High God. Be merciful, he says. Just like the Theotokos was merciful on the monks in the story I told you this morning. Even though they were sinners. And they probably deserve much less than what she had in mind and heart for them. But she still had compassion on them. She still was merciful to them. She did not allow the abbot to open the gate of the monastery. So that's how we are supposed to treat everyone, not because they look good, or they don't look good, or they smell good, or they don't smell good, or they hurt someone, or they don't hurt someone. We treat them well in the way that we want them to treat us, as Jesus said. Because God has the promise in us, for us, that He will be in us through the baptism and chrismation, and He will move among us. I won't go in more details than this because we told the story earlier at the beginning. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I want to give you some announcements. Yesterday, Father Herman Lasseter was not able to deliver his talk, his presentation, because his wife went into labor, and actually she gave birth, and they have a healthy son. Mom and son are doing very well. The son's name is Theodore Patrick. I checked with him today. Both of them are doing great. Theodore Patrick, Father Herman is the pastor of St. Stephen Church in Georgia, in Hiram, Georgia. Yeah, in Hiram, Georgia. So thank God they're doing well. Good afternoon, Father Elia. God bless you. Okay, final numbers for the fall retreat. They're fresh from this morning. Elias sent them to me. There are 524 registrants. 524 registrants, 52 clergy, 210 Antiochian women, and drum roll, I'm going to tell you how many Antiochian men. The Antiochian men stepped up to the plate, did much better than any other event in the past, but they are about 100 men shy of the number of the Antiochian women. So there are 210 Antiochian women, 110 Antiochian men. But don't let that discourage you. Maybe next time in the winter retreat, we'll have more Antiochian men. Let's keep that healthy competition between the Antiochian men and the Antiochian women. You're shocked, Sadiq and Andy, huh? Yeah, congratulations to the Antiochian women. But don't be complacent. The Antiochian men are close, and they might step up in the winter retreat and have more. We had 39 young adults. Yeah, congratulations to the Antiochian women. This is coming from the president of the Antiochian men, Michael Bachlik. Sharon, woohoo! Okay, so we have 39 young adults registered, 56 teen soil between the age of 13 and 19, children between the age of 4 and 12 is 47, and under the age or 3 and below is 10 children or infants. The retreat was a great success. For the past 3 days, it was wonderful. It was put forth by a committee of 10 people, the DMC, the Arts and Ministry Council. Everybody worked so well together, worked so hard to plan and implement the retreat. It was amazing. We got amazing feedback from everyone, and God willing, Shammasi Shell Kaim will write a short report about this. It will go to the Antiochian.org website, to our website, DOMSE.org, DOMSE.org. It's a brand new website that is a few weeks old. It will go to the Word magazine, God willing, as well. So, yes, Kate says thanks to the committee. Father Kamal says thank you, Michael, on behalf of the Antiochian women of the diocese. Father Kamal is the spiritual advisor to the Antiochian women. Sharon says awesome job. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Yeah, we are proud of the Antiochian women, and we are proud of the Antiochian men as well. And God willing, the Antiochian men will step up and beat the Antiochian women in the winter retreat. More numbers, so be careful, Antiochian women. Brother Deacon is requiring his wife to write the short article. Thank you, everyone. Georgie says for the hard work you did to make this possible. It was a wonderful retreat. I second the motion. Sharon. Sharon is saying never that the Antiochian men will beat the Antiochian women. Well, we'll see. I need proof, continual proof, that this is not going to happen. Antiochian women. Subdeacon Andy, good luck with that. Well, we'll see. We'll see. God bless you all. I want to make more announcements. As I already said, we have 2 websites for this diocese. DOMSE, DOMSE.org, that's for the diocese. AntiochianMen.org, you guessed it, for the Antiochian men. We have Facebook pages. We have band. This is the band that you're all subscribing to. I think we have 671 members in this band group alone. We have DOMSE YouTube channel that shows through the DOMSE.org. We have Antiochian Men YouTube channel that shows through the Antiochian Men website. We have Group Me for the young adults. We have more announcements. Let me read what Elias said. If the men claim all the clergy and all the male teen soyo plus male children, male infants, it is still not enough to pass the Antiochian women number, unfortunately. I did the math. It did not work. Well, you never know at the winter retreat. You never know. The Antiochian men might make it. Might make it. Good try, Elias. Anthony says. All right, more announcements. The Antiochian men have a virtual retreat on November 14. If you go to the AntiochianMen.org, you will see the details for that. The diocese has Blessed Thine Inheritance video, which is an archive of the diocese since its inception until now, since 2004 until now. Okay, Blessed Thine Inheritance. If you go to DOMSE.org, it'll tell you the details. You have until December 4th to send videos and pictures and stories and so on from your parish, about the participation in your parish. We'll put it in that video. Also, the diocese members have donated to the Pandemic Relief Fund $4,000 so far, and we made a disbursement of $2,000 to 2 parishes, so that makes it up to $4,000 that were affected the most by the pandemic. So we sent them $2,000 as a help for them for two parishes. Yeah, Theodore Patrick was late in registering for the retreat. Yeah, were the Antiochian men, according to your calculations, Elias, one man down from the Antiochian women? If that's true, then Theodore Patrick is the equalizer. Yeah. Well, if you have any questions, please let me know. Type them up, and we'll try to answer them. Tomorrow night, the DMC will meet, the Diocesan Ministry Council will meet, and we'll start planning for the winter retreat. God willing, the winter retreat will be in end of January or maybe in February, because Pascha is late this year, and that will give us more time to plan. God bless you. It's been a wonderful retreat, and God willing, we will continue all of these retreats every year. I think the whole thing was so great. Don't forget that we had today at 1 p.m. the iconography class with Alina Pelikan. You too, Yulia, have a great week. Norma, welcome. Have a great week. I wish everybody a wonderful week, and I would like you all to register for the winter retreat, and we will start advertising it soon. We will send out save the date flyer, and then as usual we'll send out the registration form, the schedule, and so on. Thank you, everyone. My pleasure. And thank you, everyone, and we'll see you, God willing, on next Sunday. The mission, God willing, it will become a mission soon in Concord I will meet with you on Wednesday evening for the Bible study and on Thursday evening for the pre-mission council. God bless you all. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.